Hey everybody, a couple weeks ago we watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Secrets of Dumbledore. It took us a while to come around to review this, because Aiden was out of town. But we're here now to review Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Secrets of Dumbledore. So Aiden, what did you think of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Secrets of Dumbledore? Or what was the plot of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Secrets of Dumbledore?
The plot is, there's the guy from the first movie, the main character, quote unquote, who doesn't do anything in these movies, watches a cartoon deer give birth to cartoon deer twins. Then Ezra Miller does what he does best and assaults a woman and murders the deer. And then he brings the baby deer to Johnny Depp, who's not Johnny Depp anymore, who is also formerly that other guy in the first movie, who kills the deer to turn it into a zombie deer so that it can bow to him at the presidential election and make him Wizard King. Yeah. Yep. And because Johnny Depp has the ability to see the future, none of our main characters or protagonists or antagonists can know what the plan is. So everyone just does random shit until it ends. And also in the first movie, Johnny Depp tried to stop the Holocaust, and everyone thinks he's a bad guy for that. So yeah. What'd you think of Harry Potter 13, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 3, The Crimes of Dumbledore?
I didn't really like it. The movie really spun its wheels. It's like nobody can know the plan, so we're just gonna have random set pieces until the movie ends. So there's just a bunch of random set pieces, and then by the end of the movie, the status quo is absolutely restored to the start of the movie. So it was 100% pointless, other than the fact that we find out that Ezra Miller's Dumbledore's nephew.
I think we found that out in the last movie.
No, I think it was...
He found that out, but...
He found that out.
Ezra Miller finds that out, but I'm pretty sure that was like a big part of the last movie.
Oh, well. That's something Dumbledore finds out. That's his big secret.
That's his crime, maybe? I don't know.
And,
he doesn't really commit any crimes in this movie, so... I
yeah.
don't know what that title is supposed to mean.
The acting was fine, and the set pieces were Harry Potter-esque, but it was all kind of in service of nothing, which made it ultimately feel like a very long, pointless movie. It was like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I didn't find these characters particularly interesting. At least with Harry Potter kind of ending at the status quo, there would be like a new part of the mystery unraveled in each Harry Potter book, and then the status quo would kind of be restored, and they would go home from school and all that shit. But then it would pick up from the last one, and Harry Potter would find out new shit, and that was kind of the cycle of those movies. But this movie, nothing was really achieved. Grindelwald was absolved of his crimes, and then at the end of the movie, everyone knew he was a criminal that made a little zombie deer and faked an election. And they're like, he faked the election, and it was pointless. The movie.
I like how you don't even find out what he wants with the deer until the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Right.
Everyone's fighting over the deer, and it's not until literally like 10 minutes from the end that you have any fucking clue what the fucking deer is even supposed to be. Because no one can explain the movie to each other, because they can't be allowed to know, because he can tell the future.
And since he can tell the future, and their whole plan is just to have no plan. So it's just like the main character guy Newt goes off with his brother to do Dungeons and Dragons with the tarantulas or whatever.
The crab people.
The crabs.
That he starts dancing with.
He starts dancing with. Dumbledore is just kind of sits around crying the whole time. You got everyone just kind of doing pointless shit. Yeah, there's the fat guy from the first movie
whose memory got erased, but then his memory didn't get erased.
And for some reason, his wife became evil, but
I don't remember that happening. Might have been something in the second movie. All I know is that
becomes evil, but then she becomes good, and nothing mattered. The whole movie is
Grindelwald's only crime was trying to stop the Holocaust, so I don't know why all the wizards are so anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like they talk like there's a grand design to the movie, but at the end of the day, even them like having no plan, which was the plan, didn't really amount to anything. Because in the end, it ends up with a direct confrontation where they got this fucking deer to the deer convention so that they could pick the emperor of the wizards or whatever.
I like how all the wizards are so stupid. They just vote with the deer. The deer bows to the zombie deer bows to him, and all the wizards are like, "Yeah, Grindelwald is the wizard king now." And then they bring the real deer out.
Yeah,
and then they're like, "Oh shit,
takesy
backsies," and they recount the vote, and Hillary Clinton wins.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the movie goes.
It's bizarre.
It's really fucking boring. It's really fucking dumb, and it just kind of... It kind of just spins in circles until it's over, and nothing's changed except now the girl who's in love with the one baker muggle is now a good guy again. That's the only change that happened to the continuity since Grindelwald gets away, and it just starts over. It just says Fantastic Beasts 4 in theaters soon. Let's start over. But the movie's flopping, and half of their stars are like assaulters at this point, so... And by half their stars, I mean Ezra Miller's a criminal, and they already fired Johnny Depp, and he's probably not going to come back.
Johnny Depp's getting exonerated. Let's see him come back for the next one. He shapeshifts
yeah, but
back
then you got to
into
fire
Johnny
Mads Mikkelsen. Now you have the awkward situation.
You can just switch between both throughout the movie.
No, yeah,
you can just be random every
he's teleporting. He can shapeshift or something, so he's amazingly easy to recast. They gotta make Ezra Miller able to shapeshift, and he'll be like, they taught me how to shapeshift since I was fucking suplexing so many ladies in Hawaii, beating up the Hawaiian population. Anyways, Aiden, what do you think of Harry Potter, Grindelwald, fucking Crimes of Dumbledore?
Yeah, it's a mess. Perhaps not the smartest decision to have no one in the movie know what's going on, because it makes it really hard for the audience to know what's going on. Maybe be more clear, at least, about what the end goal is, because the whole election thing is introduced 20 minutes before the end, and everyone's fighting over the deer, and no one knows why, and everyone's just doing random shit that doesn't relate to each other or make sense. Yeah, it's a fucking messy ass stinker, and I think the fact that they dropped the plot line where the main villain wants to stop the Holocaust was a little disrespectful, and all the wizards, they call him a Jew lover and hit him with illegal spells and put him in a concentration camp. I think that was really missing from the movie that the first two had. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, less of whatever they did in this movie, more main villain trying to stop the Holocaust from happening, while the good guys try to make sure the Holocaust happens.
I never saw the second movie, so none of that tracks with me, but I'm sure it makes sense.
Yeah. well, Grindelwald's crime, the crime of Grindelwald, if you will. Perhaps that's what the crime of Dumbledore is, that he made sure that the Holocaust would happen.
There's no crime of Dumbledore. Jude Law is a perfect individual. All he ever did wrong was have a nephew that he neglected. Didn't
Also for the fact
am I
that-
mistaken, or did like Ezra Miller like fall off a train as like a baby and like Grindelwald like picked him up?
I think it was something like that, or he got like put at the fucking. He got left in a little wizard basket at the wizard orphanage.
At the wizard firehouse.
And then, but yeah, for Grindelwald and Dumbledore are supposed to be gay lovers in this movie, but they don't really come across that way in the slightest.
There's the
Because
scene
they only
where
have
they're,
two
like-
scenes together.
Right. They have one scene where they're like, "Remember we were gay lovers, Dumbledore," and Dumbledore's like, "Indeed we were gay lovers."
Yeah, and they carry around their promise bracelets, and their promise bracelets break when they're fighting at the end. And then Mads Mikkelsen, aka Johnny Depp, aka who played him in the
Colin
first-
Farrell.
It was Colin Farrell, yes. All three of them, he jumps off a bridge and then teleports away. Cool. Would you recommend Harry Potter 13?
No. It's really pointless. It's so pointless. Especially if you're not a Harry Potter fan, no. But even if you are, I probably wouldn't recommend it because it's pointless. But if you're a Harry Potter fan, you've probably already seen it, so what am I doing talking? Aiden, would you recommend Harry Potter 13, Dumbledore's crime of stopping the Holocaust from happening, or making the Holocaust happen, or whatever?
Dumbledore is pro-Holocaust. But anyway, no, it's a boring, confusing mess. I don't know why they bothered.